and welcome to my channel. In this video, I want to talk about the importance of choice and why it is so important to give your dog and your cat some choices in their day-to-day activities. So research has shown that animals prefer to have choice. Cats like to have choice in how they prefer to be stroked, as well as they have preference in the length, how long they like to be stroked. Which I think anyone that has a cat, we probably know that there kind of becomes a time limit where your cat says, okay, I'm done being touched, leave me alone. Research has also shown that some dogs prefer praise as a reward over food as a reward, and some also prefer play as a reward over food or praise. Some dogs even prefer petting over praise. So the research is showing that your dog and your cat, even your rabbit, your bird, all animals really do have preferences. And it is important to give them the opportunity to have choices, to make their own choice. An easy way of giving your animal a choice is with interaction. If you notice that they don't want to interact with you right now, that's fine. Let them have their space and privacy. You can wait and try again later. This kind of seems obvious, but it's actually more of a new idea because in most methods of training, animals aren't given a choice. They're expected to do what we ask them to do when we ask them to do it. Basically, forcing animals to do as we wish. Of course, there are some moments in emergencies or dangerous situations where we need our animals to respond and do what we are asking them to do. But expecting this of our animals at all times can really damage our relationship with our animals, and as well as our animals' confidence and the likelihood that our animals will do what we ask them to do regularly if we are always forcing them and not giving them choice. Animals are not robots, they are living, feeling. Choices are especially important for animals that may be fearful or timid. Choices can really build up their confidence, especially if they're timid with humans and don't want that social interaction. Giving them the choice to interact is more likely to help them enjoy interaction more often and sooner. Choice over food preference can also be supplied to your animal, especially in treats and training and when using high value rewards during training. So how do you give your animal a choice? How do you know what they actually want to choose? And what ways can you give them a choice? The first choice you can give your animal is the right to walk away. If your animal has had enough, if they don't want to do this, they have the right to say no. Again, of course, in emergency situations or situations where your animals don't have a choice, they need to do something, you need to force them to do something, they are more likely to willingly do these uncomfortable things if in their regular day-to-day life they are given choice, they are given options, they are given opportunities to do what they wish. When these situations occur where there is no choice, they're not able to have a choice, they are more willing to do as you wish. It's important to always ask yourself, is this what my dog, my cat, whatever animal would do if given a choice? Is this something that they would choose to do? With whatever games, activities, food, whatever you are doing, ask yourself this question and just become aware of what parts of your animal's life do they actually have a choice about. Not all situations where our animal would choose differently than what we would want them to choose. You can always give your animal a choice to be petted or stroked or held, or not to be. Different animals, even within the same species, have different personalities, just like some people are huggers and some people are not. Some dogs prefer to be cuddled, some dogs prefer not to be. Respect your animal's personality. Always call the animal to you, and if they want to stay, they can. If they want to leave, they can. Always give them the opportunity to move away if they wish. don't hold them back. And you'll realize pretty quickly if your animal wants more interaction, more petting, more cuddling, or if they want to go away. So my dog Penny, I always thought of her as a dog that doesn't really like to be touched all that much. She enjoys ear scratches and the occasional pats. She isn't a very affectionate or cuddly dog. I never would hold her against her will or try and force her to engage in contact. But once I really became aware and consciously tried to give her the choice to approach me for affection, she would come to me fairly often, when in the past she really didn't come to me at all, so I didn't think of her as a very affectionate dog. While my other dog, Millie, she just craves affection and constantly wants it. Penny was the complete opposite. But once I kind of withdrew and didn't try to engage with her, I let her engage with me, I found that she was coming to me and asking for it, and she became a lot cuddlier than when I was trying to not push it on her, but just trying to approach her first. So give your animal the opportunity to tell you that they want some interaction, that they want some pets, that they want some cuddles, and you'll actually find that they come to you more often than you would expect. This is, of course, over a period of time and a process once they get to know that they have the choice and they have the ability to leave when they've had enough. Cats especially, this is really important, that you give them the ability to leave. You don't push it on them or go for too long. It's common that we kind of hold our cats and force love and affection on them because they can be seen as not that affectionate. But when you give your cat space and let them come to you, they will come to you quite a bit. My cats come to me on a daily basis asking to sit in my lap or sit beside me or for head scratches. And when you let them walk away when they've had enough, they will come back to you more often because they feel that they have the ability to choose. Another important way to give your animal choice is to give them the choice of a safe space. Dogs and cats and all animals should have an area that they consider their safe little space that they can go to where they know no one will bother them. This means no one will pick them up, no one will try and pull them out of their space, no one will try and interact with them. It's just their little private area. I know that I really like to be alone and I like my privacy. I like spending time alone, and your animal can't really communicate that to you, but when they have this area like a certain bed or a crate or the top of a cat post or an area of the house where they can go into, that's like their little private area, their safe space. They can go there when they're feeling uncomfortable. If you have strangers in the house, it's their safe, quiet, comfortable space. And they have the choice to go in there whenever they want and the choice to leave it whenever they want. Especially cats, they love hiding places. They love boxes and places where they feel that they can hide and not be seen. So if they have this space that they can go to and they feel that they are invisible when things maybe get overwhelming or things get too loud in the house or they just want some quiet time alone, it's really important that they have this space. And dogs that are crate trained, they are often go in their crate all by themselves. They go in there to have a little nap. They go in there just to have their own private time, which is really important to be able to provide for all animals. And it's a place where they know they can go to and no one will disturb them, no one will bother them. They can just chill out and relax. Another way you can give your animal a choice, especially with dogs, is the choice to train or not to train. Training should be fun. When you do positive reinforcement training, you use rewards-based methods. And the focus on training is fun, is having fun with your dog or even your cat, and using rewards to motivate your pet. And if your dog or your cat has had enough and they wander off or they're not interested, it's important to be able to give them the space to have that break from training. There are many reasons they could be finished with training. Either you need to find something more motivating for them, like better treats, or maybe they're tired, maybe they didn't get a good sleep, maybe they're bored, maybe they're frustrated because what you're doing is too hard for them, or maybe they caught a whiff of something really interesting to smell. It's better to train in short little intervals rather than one long training period anyway. So let your animal tell you when they have had enough, which will most likely be around 5 minutes. And that is enough for your animal to learn as long as you repeat it regularly. Training isn't about forcing your dog or your cat or any animal to do something or perform a particular behavior. It really is a way to provide enrichment and help you and your animal cope with everyday situations. And it isn't about changing their personality or stopping them from doing certain behaviors that are actually probably really natural for dogs or cats or whatever animal to do. It's just about helping you cope and helping them cope with every day. So we decide almost everything for our animals. Giving them choices helps with their welfare because it helps them avoid situations that they find stressful and help them find more opportunities to do things that they like, which will build up their confidence, their self-esteem, and your relationship with them. How do you give your dog or your cat choices? Something that I like to do is Penny loves to chase the ball, and I have different size balls, different colors, different textures, and I'll often hold two, and I'll say, which one would you like? And she will either just stare really hard at the one that she wants me to throw, or she'll nose it a bit, like kind of push her nose against the ball that she would like me to throw, and I know that she wants me to throw this ball. She can be really particular. If I throw the wrong one, she won't go after it. She'll just continue to stare at the one that she wants me to throw. So I give her the option of which ball she would like, and you'll get to know your dog's signals. You'll get to know how they are communicating with you. The more you do it, the easier it becomes, and they will start to understand that you are giving them a choice, and they'll figure out how to communicate with you. Just ask them, provide the options, show them the options, and let them choose. You can also let your dog choose where to walk, which direction they want to turn, right or left, providing, of course, you know where you're going and you're not going to get lost or go in some complete different place. You can let your dog choose if they want to turn out of your driveway to the right or to the left. We walk around a school path, so it's just a loop, and we can go right or we can go left. It doesn't matter, we'll end up in the same spot, but you can let your dog choose which way they want to go. You can also let your dog or your cat choose which treat they would prefer. You can offer them two different kinds, and whichever one they go to first, you let them have, and you put the other one away. You can ask your cat which toy they would like to play with. You could have two wand toys. If you hear that, that's Penny. It's her dinner time and she's letting me know. You just have to wait. So you can show your cat two different toys. Have these both equal value toys. Same with the treats. Have them both treats that you are pretty sure your pet already enjoys equally. So show your cat the two wand toys and let them choose which one they want to play with right now, and then play with them right after they make their choice. If you're unsure what your animal is choosing, just go with whichever one you think. You don't have to be completely sure. And over time, the more often you do it, trust me, you will figure out what your dog, what your cat is trying to tell you which one they prefer. Throughout your day, keep in mind how you can provide your animal with more choice. And whenever you get the opportunity to provide them with a choice, to let them choose what food or what game, what direction, what activity, where they want to sleep, what blanket they want to use, where they want to sit, how they want to be interacted with, whenever you get that opportunity to provide them with a choice, be sure to do so, and you will really develop this language and this communication with your dog or your cat. And you will also learn a lot about their personality, their preferences, what they choose more often than not, and your bond and your relationship will really benefit. You, as I mentioned in the beginning, you will also start to notice that in situations where your pet doesn't have a choice, like they need to get their nails trimmed, they will be more willing and easier going in these situations where they don't have a choice, because they have felt that they have freedom and autonomy over their life. They feel that they do have choice in their life. So it's easier to do the things where they don't actually have a choice. I hope this video was helpful, and let me know in the comments what you do to give your animals choice. What do you give them a choice of? How do you give your animals choice? How do you provide them with the opportunity to give choice? Or what are you going to try? What choices will you try with them to see what they do choose? I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.